about 7 minutes. Okay, we have enough time. We have enough time. Let's go. We're running it back. Here we go. Night 3. 7 minutes. So it's like basically a minute per hour, give or take. That makes sense. Okay. Wind up the music box, looking at the dudes, looking at the cams, looking at the dudes. Winding up the music box, looking at the dudes, looking at the dudes, looking at the dudes. I'm winding up my music box and looking at the dudes. I'm looking at the dudes, I'm looking for the dudes. I'm winding up my music box, winding up my music box. I'm looking at the dudes, looking at some dudes. Looking at some dudes on the place, in the place, in the places, the places on the cameras. And then I'm winding up my music box and looking at this dude. Looking at this dude in the motherfucking hallway. Looking at the lights, turning on the lights. Gonna wind the music box, turning on the lights. Turning on the lights, cause it's real dark and scary. And I'm winding up the music box and checking on the dudes. Checking on the dudes in the main hall. In the party room, in the party room, in the party room, yeah. I'm looking at the dudes in the main hall. In the side hall, in the lit places. Winding up my music box, winding up and looking at the dudes. Looking at the dudes in my little hall. I'm winding up the music box, looking at the dudes. I'm looking for the dudes right out the door. Looking at the dudes, I'm looking at the dudes. Look at all the dudes hanging out inside my hall. It's only 1 a.m. I'm looking at the dudes. I gotta wind up my music box, winding up the music box. I'm looking at the, oh God, looking at the, looking at, winding up the, oh, and I'm putting on a mask. Winding up the music box and looking at the, oh girl, looking at the girl, looking at the girl. I'm winding up my music box and looking at the girl, looking at the girl, and I'm looking at the girl, and I'm winding up my music box. Winding up, winding up, winding up, winding up. I'm winding up my music box. I'm looking for the dudes. And for the dudes, and I'm looking for the dudes. The dudes are in the vents, the men are in the vents. The men are in the vents. Oh God, oh God. All the men are in the vents, and the dudes are in the hall. And the men are in the vents, and the dudes are in the hall. And I'm winding up my music box and looking at the dudes. Looking at the dudes in a, oh God, inside of my house. They're inside of my house. They're inside of my house. All the dudes are in my house. We're having a party and the dudes are in my house. The dudes are in my house. If I put up all my cameras, I'ma die. But I'm winding up the music box and looking at the dudes. I'm gonna fucking die. Mask! Oh.
Subscribe?